This video is week 1 of my Gundam World Cup journey, and this is my last chance to make it into the world stage for the U-20 division.
GBWC は様々な作品が全世界から集まる場になりますので、まずは見るところだけでもいいので、作品から感じる熱量とか感動みたいのをぜひ味わってほしいです。
その者たちの可能性を見てみたくないか?
Since this is my first week, I used it to do some research about past Gundam World Cup winners and brainstorm ideas for my own design. The first ever Gundam I purchased was in Toronto, and that jump-started my hobby. Last year, I visited the Gundam factory in Yokohama and saw the 2023 Gundam World Cup winners in Tokyo. Seeing these people create beautiful, articulate, and sophisticated Gundams really motivated me to enter my own creation and try to represent USA. This is week 2 of my Gundam World Cup journey. For my Gundams, I'll be combining GM 1, 2, and 3, as well as the GM cannon. I also created a mood board to get a general idea of what my Gundams will look like and the techniques I want to use. I want to use techniques such as scribing, drilling, add-ons, LEDs, paintings, molding, and heat press to enhance my Gundams. This is week 3 of my Gundam World Cup journey. This week I focused on scribing and drilling to give my gunpla more depth. I used scribing heads ranging from 0.01mm to 1mm to give variations in the lines. From what I learned, scribing is different for everyone, whether they scribe for aesthetics or functionality, but for these GMs, I decided to make the lines more aesthetic. Next thing I worked on was drilling. For this, I focused on the functionality of the gunpla. Using the smallest drill bit, I made indents to imitate the bolts mending the sheets of metal together. This is week 4 of my Gundam World Cup journey. This week I added pistons inspired by Plastic Beyond. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name. The pistons give it a more steampunk style. I also worked on a hinge mechanism for the cockpit to make it a bit more realistic. I got this idea from master grade models and wanted to bring it to a high grade GM. A creator that made beautiful cockpit designs for high grades is Blue. His cockpit designs is articulately crafted from small details to the hinge mechanism. Even though I couldn't replicate this technique, I improvised and made the chest piece pop out with a different hinge so that it reveals the interior, and you'll see that later. This is week 5 of my Gundam World Cup journey. This week I primed my Gundam. Since I can't paint in my apartment, I went to the Art and Design building because it's the only place on campus that I can paint at. I used the Mr. Surfacer 1000 from Japan because it's affordable and gets the job done. To paint, I use an airbrush because it's more precise and I can get into those little cracks. I sway back and forth till all the pieces are covered. This prepares them for painting. This is week 6 of my Gundam World Cup journey. Last week I primed all my pieces, which means this week I'm going to be coloring them. I wanted to make the color scheme similar to the original Gundams, but make it pop more. I also wanted to try out a new brand of paints, so I went to the USA Gundam store and bought Mr. Color. Their paint comes out super vibrant and they have the exact hues I wanted at a low price. As we're coming to a close for this project, I have one more surprise that's going to be revealed at the end. So like and follow to stay tuned. This is week 7 of my Gundam World Cup journey. This week I used decals from the animated series Iron-Blooded Orphans and Gundam Thunderbolt because it has the specific stickers I want. To add decals, I dipped them in water and used a toothpick to arrange them to the position I wanted. Then using a Q-tip, I pressed all the water out to secure the sticker. There's one more step to my project, so like and follow to stay updated. This is week 8 of my Gundam World Cup journey. This week I added LEDs to my gunpla because it gives my project more life. I threaded the wire throughout the body and I tried to hide them as much as possible. It was pretty difficult because of how small the LEDs are. Then I soldered the positive and negative wires separately. It's a pretty tedious process, but seeing it light up at the end makes it all worth it. This is week 9 of my Gundam World Cup journey, and these are my Gundams.
record this for next year. I'm not losing next year.
This video is week 1 of my Gundam World Cup journey. This is week 2 of my Gundam World Cup journey.
This is week 3 of my Gundam World Cup journey.
This is week 4, this is week 5, this is week 6, this is week 7, this is week 8.
This is week 9 of my Gundam World Cup journey, and these are my Gundams.